along with me, a couple of the leaders. So first of all, my name is Alyssa Vera. I'm a junior here in TAMU, and I'm a psychology major. So give it up for any psychology majors here. I'm going to read all y'all's minds, all of them. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. So I just want to get to know you a little bit more. These past 2 weeks we had, I think, Pastor Manuel, and then we had Alex Valenzuela, who talked about identity. We also had Manuel, who talked about the struggles that we face as college students. And I just wanted to just give you guys a little bit of my testimony, a little bit of what I've dealt with and how these past 2 messages have impacted my life in a way. Again, my name's Alyssa. I'm here in TAMU. I got started with FCA when I was in high school. Josh, I'm very good friends with Josh, and he went ahead and said, hey, come along and help me out. So I was like, yeah, sure. So I got a taste for FCA, and man, because of FCA, I have grown so much. But just because I've grown so much does not mean that I've gone through a lot of stuff either. I've gone through everything that you've gone through, probably. Maybe not everything, but I've gone through some stuff. I've gone through the anxiety. I've gone through the depression. I've gone through those late papers that you're staying up at 3 in the morning or 5 in the morning and you only sleep like 30 minutes. Yeah, I've been there. It's happened to me once where I only stayed up 30 minutes. No, I actually slept 30 minutes and I woke up the next morning at 7 in the morning to go ahead and give my presentation at 7:30. It was crazy. But I even went to my friend's house. She wasn't even there. I just went inside her house and I took a nap. But as a college student, we've all gone through that. And part of my testimony this past spring semester, I wasn't really involved in FCA. I told Josh, Josh, I can't really be that involved because I have a couple of stuff going on. I have pastoring FCA and all that stuff. But that moment or that season of my life is where I went through a lot of the struggles, a lot of the identity and who am I in Christ or who am I really? And maybe I did have an identity before, but I was starting to forget who I was, and I was trying to, if you were here for Alex Valenzuela, he said, don't find your identity in your calling. Your calling doesn't give you the identity. Jesus Christ does. He loves you that much, and he gives you that purpose. And so I was finding my identity in, am I going to be a communication major? Am I going to be a psychology major? What am I going to do in life? And so I was going through all of these questions, and I was so lost when I was going through that spring semester, and I just didn't know what to do, and I was kind of losing myself. And then on top of that, I was going through a little depression, and I was financially, my parents wasn't really doing well, and I had to find a job. I couldn't find any job for some reason. If you've been there, if you're applying to every job and for some reason it's they know who you are and you're no, I don't want to, so let's cut off all the applications. And so, but that's how it felt. It felt like that for me a little bit, and I was why am I not getting any entrance in these job opportunities? I felt there's so many windows and so many doors opening up job-wise, but I wasn't getting a single one. Do I feel that up here? No, is it just me? But it was so frustrating because I was what the heck? I'm a good person. I'm very responsible. I'm open to anyone. I can talk to you freely. Maybe I can be a little awkward, but obviously the job, you put that aside. But I thought I was a very good candidate, but I wasn't getting anything. And I was okay, God, what's going on? And in that certain situation, that kind of took a toll on me because I had to take all of the first spring semester, all up until, I believe until May, in May. I was looking for the job in January, February, March, April, May. I spent 6 months trying to find one. And I finally found one, and my pastor blessed me, and that's when I finally saw how God was still looking after me, even though I couldn't find a job, or even though I felt alone, or even though I felt like I was searching for something that wasn't in my path. God was still with me, and even though I didn't know that, or at the moment I was kind of you know what, I'm going through this by myself, what the heck, my parents don't ask me how I'm doing, my brothers are out of town, I'm the only, right now I feel like the only child, because I'm the only one at home, but I actually felt alone, but it was funny because God was still with me, and he was the doors for me, but I was still so blinded that I couldn't see it. So I don't know if you guys ever, like, you know how like Laredo has that random weather where it's like super cold the one day, and the next day it's like hot and humid, like what the heck? And so usually when I drive, I love driving at night, because if you know me, when I drive during the day, I want to fall asleep. I do, because the sun is like, I'm squinting, I'm driving like this, and I can't see, and I'm like, oh my God, so I'm squinting, and then I'm like I start falling asleep. So I personally drive at night. I'll stay here in Tamiyu all day, just so I could drive at night. And when I drive at night, I like to drive with my windows down. So I have any window down drivers here. And you turn up your music on full blast, and you're going through the neighborhood, the bang kicking. Yeah, that's me. So if you're there sleeping in your house and you hear a car driving by with loud music, that's probably me. Maybe it's me. But you know how like sometimes that happens, the kind of like the humidity fogs up your glass screen in the front, your front windshield, and you're like, oh crap, so you had to put like the defrost and all that stuff. Well, that's how I felt. I felt like I could not see, like in a split moment, my front view, everything that I was seeing in front of me just went blank, and I couldn't see past it. I couldn't see past my problems. I couldn't see past the struggle of trying to find a job. And I just had to like, you know what, I trusted in God. Just like my car, the defrost is always there. It was just me having to push on the defrost and let the defrost take off like what was covering my view. And God's the same way. God is always there, but all you have to do is, you know what, God, take over, and He'll make the way. And that's what I had to figure out. And as soon as I did that, I mean, He made a way. And here's this job that I got paid pretty good, and in the summer I made good hours because I'm one of those college students that have nothing to do during the summer. So I was working my butt off, and I mean, I was able to get the money to help my parents with financially. I was able to get money to save up a trip that I was looking forward to take. My uncle was blessing me with, and I mean, I needed money to get a plane ticket, so I was able to save up for that. I was able to save up for my books. I was able to save up for school, and God blessed me, even though I felt so alone and like nothing was happening. He was able to do that, and it was crazy, but I saw what God was doing in my life. And it's the same thing with struggles. It's the same thing with your identity with God. As a person, as you guys don't know me a lot, and if you guys want to get to know me more, by all means, go for it. I talk a lot. If you give me, I'll give you the opportunity to talk. But if you just want me to listen, I'll listen to you. And if you want to get to know me, I'll have you get to know me, and you'll probably know every inch about me. I am very trusting at first. Well, not at first. I'm a very trusting person. I will get to know you, and I will tell you my story. I will tell you my testimony. So if you want to know more about that, just go ahead and reach out to me. I'll tell you. But every single one of us has a testimony. Every single one of us has gone through the identity. Who am I in Christ? Who am I really? What is my purpose? What am I doing here in Tamiyu? What am I studying? And all through that, I mean, through the decision making, through the struggles, through the anxiety, the depression, your family problems, I mean, He's still there. Through the loneliness, I know how many of you guys are from out of town? Awesome, yeah. I wish I was out from out of town, but no, I'm born and raised in Laredo, guys. But for those of you out of towners that are not used to the Laredo custom or the Laredo culture, and you guys don't really have a lot of family here, I know probably you guys get a little lonely sometimes, and you're kind of like, oh man, what do I do? But I'm here to encourage you, you're not alone. God is always with you every step of the way. He is. And even though sometimes you might not have friends that are available at the moment, He's still with you, and He's looking after you, and He's blessing you, but you just can't see it yet. Just trust in Him, and you're going to end up seeing what God is doing. You're going to see His purpose. You're going to see His plan. I promise you, God is not just someone that's going to let you go by life by yourself. No. Have you ever guys heard of that footprints poem, that footprints quote that they have in your wall or your Facebook? You know, your mom shares those cheesy quotes. Well, it's like the footprint with the story of the man and Jesus walking down the beach, and there's two sets of footprints, and all of a sudden when he starts struggling, it's one. And then he's asking Jesus, why is there only one? It's because I'm carrying you on my back, and those are mine. And that's what He's doing. So I just want to encourage you guys, this is a moment, this is a little bit about me, and if you want to get to know me, go for it. Talk to me afterwards. We're going to do a little bit different. As you can see, you guys are a little bit closer to one row, like second row is closer to the first row. We're going to go ahead and break them to quick groups, and we want our leaders to go ahead and get to know you. We want to give you the opportunity to ask any questions, or maybe to say or share testimony or something, because I know now we're in those generations. If you walk in the breezeway and you see those people, what do you see when you're in the breezeway? That's all you see. People going to class and they're on their phones. That's all. You don't even look up. You can bump into someone and they're still on the phone. Oh, sorry. And so we don't, I mean, honestly, I'd probably be seeing you in school, and I do that same thing, and I don't see you and I don't say hi. But it's because I'm on my phone. But we want to go ahead and break that. We want to give this opportunity to go ahead and get to know you. So right there you have a couple of leaders out in the crowd, and if they can go ahead and stand up, leaders, you're going to go ahead and just take over and do what you got to do, guys. Have fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be exciting, guys.